inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now Jones. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones looking left side. It's complete. He's got it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now.
Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They will find Davis. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Allen again. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop it. It's another 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Diablos are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 68 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And look, you're down. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley from 10 yards out.
And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
This one caught by Kittle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. These two teams all tied after 1. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Diablos have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this throw will be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Jones on 3rd and 2. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley. Complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They keep it with Barkley on first down.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Now they set up this.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
And this is picked up by the defense. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Slot man moves right. On first down, Allen.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A final shot before half for Allen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. And Allen
Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones
over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Allen. It's caught by Davis.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Alert, alert, alert.
On play action, Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second down and goal. Allen, and it's caught. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Diablos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that had...
And it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, 28 yards. And the Diablos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Allen, 22 yards. Jones. And the Diablos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off, and the Giants are going to get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's hauled in by Shepard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones completes this again to Shepard. On the move past the 40. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brand, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment.